Hi, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. It's me, Carlene, and here you are. So let's dive in right away into the energies for August 2024 and see what's coming up. So before I started this video, I just dove in and I was receiving impressions, and it feels like August is going to be fiery. Mhm. Don't forget, you guys, to sign up for your reading in the description box below this video. I'm more than happy to work with you and to find out the potentials for your life, how things are going to unfold for you personally, what your options are, what your potentials and possibilities are, what you can do in the situation you're in, and how you can move forward, and what the best thing is for you right now to evolve. Okay, so let's have a look and get your life back on track. That's what I'm here to do. Alrighty, so August 2024, and the image that I had was all of a sudden energy just coming straight down, like a straight downpour of energy into this realm, into the space. And I'm asking Spirit, what am I seeing? Is this rain? Are these bombs? Like, what's coming down? So the two things that they did give me was, yes, in the one hand, we're going to have more and more environmental issue, like they're on the table, they're not going anywhere. And every couple of months or so, there's going to be a seemingly escalation of what we're experiencing when it comes to the environment. August is one of these months. And the second thing is an escalation of the possibility of warfare. So we're going to dive in and see what's coming up. Yay. Okay, so let's see here. The overall energies, please, for the month of August, and then we'll do a pick a card and see what's coming up for you and how you can expect your August to unfold. Okay, so the collective reading for August 2024, please. What is coming up for August? What is the energy in August? What can we expect in this month of 2024? It's probably going to be one of the hotter months, especially, of course, in the Northern Hemisphere and the Southern, it's their winter. But here we have the Ace of Wands. Yeah, the first thing that's coming up for me is the heat, like the constant heat that is coming up. Ace of Wands has to do with fire, has to do with initiations, but it also has to do with a fieriness, a fiery energy, a spark of energy, a lot of sparks flying. So I'm literally, as I'm saying that, I'm seeing sparks flying. So this could be, I'm feeling August is going to be a hot month emotionally, as well as mentally, as well as literally physically. The next card is ambivalence. And we've got the Two of Coins. So shifting loyalties, shifting stances, shifting our how we go about things, how we deal with things. And the last card we have here is the Ten of Cups. It will end on a high note, on a good note. So it's 3, 6, 9, 10. Okay. So August seems like in the beginning, it's hot and heavy. And it's really a month where a lot of things can be done, where people are going to feel compelled to start fresh, compelled to start anew, to invest in something that they've always wanted to do, to finally invest in themselves. It feels like we've just closed out a cycle, and now the August is a restart of something and entering into something completely different and new. And but there's still an ambivalence there. There's still a looking over the shoulder, looking to the past, reflecting on the past, having hooks from the past, but also being hooked into the past that is holding us up from stepping fully into the newness that is now ours. But a lot of people have closed out cycles this year, and it feels like literally marking the ending of the ending of the ending of a closeout of a big, huge cycle in your life. I'm hearing go back 14 years. What happened 14 years ago? Okay. So this, whatever was happening around 2010, yeah, that's what you're going to be looking at. So don't take it too narrowly, 2009, 2011, but in this window of time, this is what seems to be closing out for you. And for the collective as well, what started then, what happened then, what occurred then, decisions that were made then, ramifications that were lived since then. It's now closing out and we're entering into something new. But it's almost as if now is our time to shine. So there is a leveling up that is happening. This doesn't mean that everything is going to become easier. I'm not saying that everything is going to be wonderful now and, all of that is going to go away. No, but it's going to get a little bit easier for the next little while from here on in. Doesn't mean it's going to last, but we're looking at the month of August, okay? What else is coming up here? There's something about military spending, expenditure on weapons, which is going to be, there's an ambivalence and an indecision here, but a mutually beneficial solution will be found. So it feels as if there is some hesitation to continue funding hotspots, to continue supporting those that go about things in a violent and volatile way. There's a reconsideration towards investments in this direction, and it feels like there's an emotional balancing that is occurring or happening, which is making this energy and this entity reflect a bit more than just throwing money at the machine. Speaking of money, August may be a month where a lot of people feel the purse strings tighten, yeah, and but they will prevail, they will overcome. The three cards that came up are the Five of Coins. So again, reflecting on where someone belongs, ownership, this kind of thing, right? Belonging, ownership, ties, connections, networking, that kind of thing. And then we also have the Four of Wands, again, around home, topics around home. And the Knight of Swords, as swift movement, swift changes. This really feels as if, yeah, there are going to be some swift changes when it comes to topics and monies that are also spoken about, talked about. Something's going to dry up when it comes to topics of home. Literally, this may be topics around possibly migration, because we are looking at the collective energy, right? So this theme is coming up on the table again. Where is home? What is home? How much money do we want to throw at this topic? Five of Coins. It may be used as rhetoric to inflame, Knight of Swords. And when it's accomplished its goal, then the Knight of Swords is satisfied and happy. We see here 10 of Cups. Okay, so it's there's this feeling like, honestly, like August is on the one side going to be a good month, a lot of energy, a high energy month, and it all depends on how we utilize that energy and how we channel it. But energy is being given us to push forward. Okay, so let's have a look. So what am I picking up? I'm picking up that something is literally, there's the heat, but also escalation, like some kind of escalation in the world's hotspot. And people not being quite sure, how is this going to work out? How is this going to end? How are we going to move forward? There's an uncertainty in the air about all things. So France is a hotspot, an absolute hotspot right now and it will continue to be throughout August. France is now, everybody's in Paris for the Olympic Games from July 26th until August 11th. And then right after that, Macron will have to start discussing what's going to happen after the elections that swung the vote from far right to far left in a classic pendulum, the law of the universe, the pendulum, look it up. And now the far left is proposing a new prime minister for Macron, and away from Guy Attal, I think his name is, and to move towards Lucie Castet. So cute, these French names. And but Macron is refusing. He's saying that he's not even going to, discuss the topic, talk about it until after the Parisian Olympics. So there have been attacks on the French rail. And with these sparks that I keep seeing more attacks in France in mid-August. Again, more rioting, but also hotspots, that these hotspots will slowly, such as Ukraine and other places, there will be the potential, there will be a sudden moment which can suddenly escalate into something. But I'm on the timeline where it doesn't, so I hope you join me there. And let's have a look here. But it's August for the collective consciousness is definitely a hot one, an intense one. It doesn't feel light. This doesn't feel like a light month ahead. So you need to do what you can to bring the lightness into your experience. So of course, drink lots of water, work out, have fun, laugh, watch lighthearted movies, think of lighthearted things, focus on the lightness in your life. Don't let yourself suck down, okay? So what kind of opportunities are coming for us in August? What kind of opportunities are in the energy of August, please? What's the first opportunity? What's the second opportunity? And what's the third opportunity? The first opportunity, the Nine of Cups. What is it that we truly desire and want? It's August is the energy where we can really dive into that and really focus in on that, because there's going to be so much happening, so much going on, that it's important to focus on the outcome that you want to achieve and accomplish. You can start writing a journal and really only writing down, this is what I truly see, desire, want to experience, want to have in my life. The Nine of Cups is also challenging us to acknowledge where things have gone right for us, not just to focus on what do we still want, what do we still have to get, what can we still obtain, but to really acknowledge, oh, wow, you know, I did get what I wanted here. This did work out for me here. Life came through for me here. My prayers were answered here. Because, of course, it's so easy to focus on what we don't have. Our brains are also trimmed. Our mind is trimmed to fix problems. So because of that innate tendency to fix a problem, in order to fix it, we have to define it. So we start focusing on the problem more than we focus on the solution. But the Nine of Cups is reminding us to focus on solutions. This is also a month where a lot of dreams are going to come true, where a lot of things are going to happen for you, where a lot of possibilities that weren't open before are going to return. It almost feels as if you're going to have the ability to look at yourself and say, wow, I did make it. I am here. I did show up here. I am who I've always wanted to be. This is the Nine of Cups energy. I have what I always wanted to have. I am who I always wanted to be. I feel satisfied in where I'm at. So a contentment is coming up. The second possibility we have here is the Empress. Wow. Now the Empress always, this tells me that the feminine energy, and that was another video that I wanted to do, a separate video that I wanted to do, but feminine energy has returned, conscious feminine energy. So there are going to be topics that come up on the plate in August, a lot of talk around feminine topics, and we're already seeing that occurring. We're speaking about tradwives, and people are going up with Ballerina Farm and Nara Smith, and on it goes, where I feel those are hit pieces and targeted attacks, but check out my TikTok for my thoughts on that. And it's really important that we not fall for the media spin, which we tend to do all the time, especially when the spin goes into a certain direction. So we have to be mindful of even that direction, and be very, very careful of falling into believing everything. But there's a definite spin towards this. And again, on my TikTok, I'll be diving deeper into that. So, but we're also speaking of Kamala Harris, and those are bringing up topics around misogyny, sexism, you know, the glass ceiling for women, the experience of women of color and people of color, the experience of the people of this earth, right? And but also the earth experience, life itself is coming up as a topic on the plate, because people are starting to, or they have to start to realize what life really means. And we've been caught in a very marketing, materialistic, media savvy, unreal reality about what life is all about and how we should base our decisions, what we should be focusing on, what we should be looking towards. And in August, these topics that are coming up on the table are reminding people what real life is about, what life is actually really about. And all these marketing gimmicks are going to become a little bit more transparent for many people. The final opportunity and possibility is the Six of Coins. And the Six of Coins has to do with balance, answered prayers, goes hand in hand with the Nine of Cups. right? So this is a beautiful harmonizing energy. This is answered prayers, receiving what you asked for, getting everything that you desire. So there's a strong energy in August, and I want to dedicate this month to a feminine goddess. So whichever goddess you connect with, whichever aspect of the feminine you deeply connect with, work with that and see what happens at the end of the month. Set your prayers, set your meditations, set your intentions, emulate what this energy represents or stands for. Ask for it to flow through your life. I ask for more unconditional love to come to me now, for example. That's one of my go-to sayings, to also cleanse a space and cleanse the area that I'm in, cleanse my energy field, right? So there are these three opportunities. So one, where did everything go right for you? How is everything working out for you? How have your prayers been answered? Two, connecting with a feminine entity and energy and seeing how is that playing out in my life? But also, how do I treat other women in my life? How much grace do I extend to another female in my life? How am I as a friend, as a woman, as a mentor, as a, in someone's life, another female's life? So feminine topics, having a look at that, having a real self-reflective moment about that. Where do I possibly judge other women? As I was speaking of these topics coming up with the trad wife thing and so on and so forth, right? And then the third opportunity is balancing out, being as graceful as possible in balancing your smaller karmas. So when smaller things happen, don't fall off the wagon and be, woe is me and life hates me and nothing ever works out for me. But being able to say, okay, I'm going to balance this with the most grace possible. If this is happening to me because this is my karma and this is what it has been coming to me, then I accept that and I balance this out with the most grace possible. And I pray to the Holy Spirit, I pray to God, I pray to whomever benevolent entity, that they give me the strength, the wisdom, the insight, and the knowledge to carry this out. And you'll see, I did a whole video on grace and how to manage karma with grace. And it's somewhere on my channel, but if you type in grace, I'm sure it'll pop up. And that's one of the things that a lot of people forget, is that not just good things are going to happen to you in life, right? Not just good things are going to come through for you. And that's fantastic when it does. And we can be absolutely grateful and in gratitude when it does happen. But how do we deal when things go wrong? How do we deal when, things are a little bit more tricky and a little bit more difficult? And one of the biggest things that we all forget or tend to forget, especially when we're in the thick of things, is grace, and to pray for grace. And so here, this is a prayer being answered. This is a prayer being answered. This is a prayer for grace being answered. This is a balancing of the energies, a sweetening of the waters, right? So even though they might be bitter when you drink them, you will be transforming it by how you take it on, how you deal with it. You will be transforming these waters into something sweet. So there's a sweetness at the end of the month. That's the opportunity of August for all of us, okay? Yeah, got really hot there for a second. So another energy that is coming up in August is the return, again with the Six of Coins, is the reversal or the return of karma, the balancing out. So let's say you've had someone who's, been a pain in your side for quite some time and you've never done anything. You didn't do anything to them specifically. You didn't cause anything. You're actually always trying to help and heal, and you're trying to let things go and you're trying to move things on. You may be privy to seeing or witnessing how this energy releases you, how it lets go of you. Why? Because it's returning to where it came from. And so there's a promise in the Nine of Cups and the Empress and the Six of Coins, right? Working with feminine energy will balance out your experience. That's literally what this sentence is saying of Nine of Cups, Empress, and Six of Coins. And there's a return of the energies to where they belong. So you really want to be mindful in the month of August to be as kind as possible, as gentle as possible, as compassionate as possible. Sinking into the feminine energy and allowing that energy to carry you to where you're supposed to be in your emotionality. Again, working with feminine deities, working with feminine intentions. All of that will help you in the month of August. So there's this opportunity that's coming up to finally be at peace with something, finally find peace with something and be at rest with something. And it working out for you, right? But again, depending on how graceful you enter into the situation. Now, if you enter into the situation kicking and screaming and all of that, then the energies are going to be exactly that. But if you enter in with a lot of grace and releasing and surrender, all things will be removed from you, right? So it's really up to you what you experience in this. But these are the potentials that are being told to me are coming up for August. All right, you guys, let's dive into your pick a card. We're doing 3 piles, and you can close your eyes here and or keep them open and take a deep breath in. Have a look at these images and choose your number 1, 2, or 3. And let's see what's coming up for you. You may pause the video and take your time. Okay, so let's start. Those of you that chose number 1, let's see what's coming up for you in August. What can you expect? What may be coming through for those that are choosing number 1 in August? What is the overarching theme and energy, please? For the month of August, what can people expect? And again, for the extended version of this, head on over to my Patreon, okay? Okay, August, what's coming up for August, please, for those that chose pile number 1? We've got the 7 of Wands. Now, the 7 of Wands has to do with a fighter, being a fighter, right? Has to do with fighting things out, duking things out, feeling as if you're standing up and the world is against you, feeling as if everything is not really working in your favor. You have to endure, you have to push through. Now, this may be an old mindset of yours that for some reason is stubborn to change. So there's this mindset that is overarching here in the month of August for those of you that chose number 1. I'm on my own. I'm alone. I have to fight for whatever it is that I choose and what I want. I have to defend myself. I have to stand up for myself. Everybody's against me. Life hates me. Nothing comes easily to me. Um, I have to dig in my heels and survive. So there's a very strong kind of pushback energy that I'm feeling here, but at the same time, it has holds. And through these holds, whatever attacks are coming can flow through and get to you. So it's not a perfect defense, but it does its best. It does its best. Let's see here. What is coming up in August, please, for pile number 1? What can they expect and what will the outcome be? The advice. Okay, so the overall energy is asking you to be wary. There's the Queen of Swords. This may be you. You may be dealing with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but we also have 9 of Coins that is coming up for you, number 1 in August. So being mindful about your finances, being wary about your financial situation, being very alert to what's going on around that. There may be a situation at your place of work where you feel I'm not receiving the support that I really need to be able to complete this project, do what is demanded of me, do what is asked of me. I have to find things out for myself. I have to find my own solutions. I don't receive acknowledgement for how much work actually is going into having this position that I have, doing the work that I do. I'm not being acknowledged here. There may be a feeling also of standoffishness from higher ups, from your supervisor or someone who's higher up. And some of you are working in finances. So you're literally working in insurances, finances, banking, that kind of thing. And you may be having a more difficult time connecting with a successful supervisor. This is someone who is applauded, who receives accolades, who's respected, and who's quite intimidating to you. So there's something about this coldness, and I'm feeling like the devil wears Prada kind of energy in that space where you work. So what else is coming up for you? And it's time for you to acknowledge yourself, right? So what I'm feeling here with this Seven of Wands and the Nine of Coins and this Queen of Swords is that there may also be some jealousies or accusations flying around about you personally or who you are. And you really want to not get into that. Allow them to do or say whatever. Be very discerning about the fights that you pick. Now here, yeah, this is just confirming it. We've got the Nine of Wands coming up for you, number one. This is indicating a resistant, rebellious energy. And your energy, even though you don't speak a lot or say a lot, can come across as attitudey, or people could read that into you, even though you don't mean it. And this can cause you to have to continue to defend yourself where you possibly didn't even start off with defending yourself. So there's an energy about you that's very Nine of Wandsy, very resistant, very attitudey that people are picking up on. But some of you are literally, this is the only way I know how to deal. This is the only way I know how to cope. This is the only way I know how to get a grip on this situation. And the only way I know how to stand up for myself. So this is what I'm going to do. And people are either going to take it or leave it. This is definitely not a time to walk away. You may be thinking, I'm going to walk away from the situation. I'm fed up. I've been pouring so much time, effort, energy into this, and nothing is coming out of it. As a matter of fact, I'm getting attacked. I'm being attacked. And but Spirit's saying, no, it's not the time yet to walk away. So even if you're looking for a new job, you're looking for new opportunities, you're looking for something else, and this may not be job just for others of you, it may be something else you're going through that is very difficult and challenging to you. And you may want to pull yourself out of that situation, but it seems hard to do and challenging to even do that because it's not the right time. Bide your time, be patient, Two of Swords. Be very patient in this situation, Two of Swords. You need more information, and more information is coming to you. Just be very, very, very patient. The outcome for you is temperance, more patience, absolute patience. This is alchemizing. This situation is cleansing you. It's reshaping you, reforming you. It's changing your mind. You're going to learn at the end of this something that is going to carry through for you your entire life. It's never going to leave you, and it's going to be positive, and it's going to really reshape who you are. So the advice here is you have to learn to deal with your grief. Okay, this is the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups has to do with grieving. It has to do with sadness. It has to do with disappointments as well. So dealing with disappointments, dealing with grief, but also being disappointing. If people are saying to you, you're so disappointing to me, what does that even mean? What does that even mean? And that means that this person had expectations of you. And with expectations come projections, comes control, comes ownership. Because if I don't expect something of someone, I don't project onto them, I have no control over them, and I don't own them, then I'm not really disappointed by them either. And I get to see who they really are. I get to experience how they really are. So if someone's saying to you, you're such a disappointment to me. Now, if you're saying to someone else, they're such a disappointment to you, then what expectations did you have? And are they legit able to fulfill those expectations? Did you honestly think that they would fulfill those expectations? So, or would you have to change them a lot or change something about them to get what you want? So there's this learning how to authentically self-reflect and deal with the emotions and the energy of grief and disappointment, and being able to disappoint others, being able to disappoint people is part of the maturation, is being able to say, I'm sorry, you know? And but also being able to draw your boundaries. So maybe this is something you can learn from your supervisor or this person who is in the Queen of Swords energy of judging you or sitting above you, is able to see how they draw their boundaries, and they don't tolerate when people have expectations of them. They don't tolerate when there are any disappointments. Oh, you disappointed me, comes back at them. They don't tolerate that. This is definitely a strong personality who's very capable, but also very proud of who they are, very confident in what they can create on their own. And so they're very clear when they draw their boundaries, and they don't like it when people test their boundaries, but they will test others' boundaries. So it's a kind of a thing here. So that's what I'm picking up for the month of August. This is your opportunity. This is really how to learn to deal with disappointments will open your doors to freedom, because once you're able to release that and you're able to let that go, you're able to live your life freely, not being afraid of letting other people down, but also not being afraid of being let down by others and letting them be who they are and not trying to control the situation as much. You're going to come to balance and peace. And when you're in balance and peace, guess what? Doors open, possibilities are clear, opportunities present themselves, and you're able to release the energy that you've been investing into pushing back, being a rebel, doing all that. And all of a sudden, all this energy is freed up and you're able to do something else with it. Okay, you guys, I'll see you over on Patreon for the extended, and otherwise from here on in, I'll move on to number 2. The reading is for those of you that chose number 2. Number 2, what's coming up in August for you? What's the main energy, please? For those that chose number 2, and I'm waiting until a specific card sticks out, falls out, reveals itself, and we already have it. And we've got the 4 of Swords. So we're focusing on peace, healing, harmony in the month of August with number 2. It's almost like I saw camping, right? So being out under the stars will benefit you. This is a really calm, peaceful energy for you in the month of August, or you should be seeking it. I also feel you're not paying enough attention to your sleep, number 2. You need to get more sleep, deep sleep, rich sleep, authentic sleep, genuine sleep. You need to sleep at least 8 hours and not be on your screen before you fall asleep and on your screen when you wake up, but really take a deep breath in, reflect on the day before you fall asleep, help your brain organize the images and sort. And when you wake up in the morning, start writing your journal or your diary, okay? But it really feels as if this is a month dedicated to your healing. It's a fantastic month to take care of yourself physically, get those massages, do a little bit of a workout, get a spa treatment. This is a very Leo month for you. I'm also feeling you may be Leo or have Leo tendencies, okay? There may be a stellium in Leo in your chart, but there's a Leo energy around you. The next card that pops up for you is the King of Pentacles, learning how to live this life and how to control your experience, right? To the extent that it can be in control. So this prayer comes up for you in the month of August. Lord, give me the wisdom to, the drill. Give me the ability to change what I can change, what needs to be changed or something like that, accept what needs to be accepted, and the wisdom to know the difference, right? So there's this energy of a quiet strength for you in the month of August. Yeah, now is not the time to work in teams or groups. I'm going to explain that. Messages coming to you. Okay, so you may be focusing in on the inner worlds. You may be a high priestess. You may be healing yourself or your own broken heart, or helping others heal with the 3 of Swords and the high priestess energy here. But there's something else that needs your attention, and that's the physical realm and the physical world, your physical experience. So you're learning how to take care of that. It may be difficult for you at this time to work with other people. It may also be difficult for you to be seen or heard, because this is more of an inward journey this month for you, right? And here we have the Knight of Coins, steadily doing the same thing over and over again, continuing forward. So no major changes this month for you. No major changes on the on any kind of level. We've got the Knight of Coins. The Knight of Coins keeps doing the same thing. Then that leads to the King of Swords. And the King of Swords can represent decision analysis, decision-making process, finding solutions, connections, communications, and it can be about a lot of money. So I do feel a lot of money coming to you because this Knight of Coins is carrying one of the coins of the 10 here, or an 11th coin in his hands. So let me see. It's really hard to show up here. There we go. And but some form of money is coming to you, and it feels like something ruling in your favor. Now, this may be something that you've been carrying with you as a burden for quite some time. And suddenly that burden is lifted. Suddenly that burden is let go of. Okay. Let's see here. What else is the energy for those that chose number 2 for the month of August? What else? King of Wands. You've got a lot of kings, so action. 5 of coins and 9. Taking action, taking the right action towards your sense of lack, your lack of self-esteem, addressing that as well, and having a happy outcome. So this is really, this month is about healing you, number 2. It's about healing what's in here towards your own self. And if there's anything in here that feels negative or bad about yourself, this is definitely a month where that can be dissolved and released. The energies are conducive to that. We see here with the 5 of Pentacles in the midst, which has to do with self-rejection, self-blame, not accepting the self, that now's the time to take action, King of Wands. And the outcome will be fruitful, 9 of Cups. So again, this is not a month where a lot is happening external to you or outside of you, but so much is going on within. So much is going, so many transformations in your thinking, perceiving, feeling about yourself that is going on within you. Okay, so what are your opportunities this month and what can you focus in on? Number 1 is to, I feel like it's really important to focus in on how you take care of yourself. Okay. Do you give yourself time in the day to complete the tasks that you need to complete? Do you take time to take care of yourself physically? Do you speak life over yourself and into your projects? How do you take care of yourself? How do you accept your own self? And then you'll see that in the outer world, 9 of Cups. So write a journal, you guys. It's a great month to start with that. And I'll see you on the extended version on Patreon, where we're going to dive into love and a little bit deeper into career. Take care. Thanks for watching. Bye. Hey, number 3. Wow. August is around the corner and let's see what's coming up for you. What's coming up for you in August? What can you expect to experience? Yay. August for number 3. What's the main card, please? We've got the, wow. Okay. I'm going to pull another card because this literally cannot be. Hey, number 3. So what's coming up for your August? And we've got, wow, okay. Okay, we've got the 5 of Swords. There's definitely something happening in August, which can be a little bit challenging for you. The 5 of Swords is an energy of usually backstabbery, and usually it's an energy of not feeling protected, sheltered, understood, having the need to take what's yours as well, feeling at a disadvantage, okay, feeling disadvantaged. This can also represent teeth problem. It can also point to smaller surgeries or operations. So there may be a month, there may be something scheduled in August for that, okay, but this feels like a little bit of a battle this month. Let's see what else is coming up for number 3. What is this month of August for number 3, please? The overall energies, we've got the world. Yes, closing out cycles, Six of Swords, moving on. So you may be closing out cycles and dreaming about moving on if you haven't done so already. You may have recently moved. You may have recently started, a whole new endeavor. You may have graduated from something. You may have acquired knowledge and wisdom. This is the card of science, the Six of Swords. And it's also from moving from one shore to the next. But you've definitely accomplished something. You've achieved something here. Then you have the Queen of Swords being discerning, but also being in a position of authority now. People looking up to you as having solutions and answers and insights and knowledge and wisdom and all of that. And what this isn't is Page of Swords. The next is the Devil. Oi, oi, oi. That turned dark really fast. I'm trying to keep it light, and we start off with the Five of Swords. We move through the Devil, and it ends in the Four of Wands, victory, and the Page of Coins. Okay. Whew, alrighty. Seems a little bit more complex. The month of August has you defending your territory and yourself. Okay, but it's like a different kind of defense than what was happening in number one for the pile number ones. This is more strategic, it's longer term, it's targeted, but it's also positional, it's also non-personal in a sense, right? The number ones are fighting against whoever's fighting against them. There's a real personal energy to it and personable, but this is just things happening in life, being offered temptations and having to be discerning about what you say yes to. The Devil, discernment, the Queen of Swords, new opportunities presenting themselves, Page of Coins, but you have to, weigh the balance, right? Is it really going to work out for me? Four of Wands, happiness, celebration, success, home, marriage. These are all in the realm of Four of Wands. So I feel like some kind of a temptation, you have to, okay, now it's starting. Okay, it feels like some of you have been battling and fighting for so long that when someone is nice to you or kind to you, that you can't see behind the niceness or the kindness. You think like, oh my gosh, this is real. And finally, someone is being nice to me. I've always wanted someone to be nice to me. So you fall for it. And the month of August is like you've come so far, you've learned so much. Don't fall back because you are not willing to discern. And discerning doesn't necessarily have to do with discerning the other person and if they're a good person or a bad person, but discerning to see, am I in the right place right now to do this or to take this on or to accept this offer? Am I the person that person is looking for? Am I the person who's right for this position? So an offer is coming to you in August, but it's almost a test of the universe. And it wouldn't be the universe testing you, but an aspect of yourself that is testing you to see, have you learned your lesson? Have you gotten it yet? That you don't have to say yes to everything and dance at every dance and be at every wedding, as the saying goes. You're allowed to say no. You're allowed to say, not for me, thank you. You're allowed to pass on the offer. Maybe someone else would like it. But there is a no here coming. Now, there is someone that you may be dealing with. This may be a child who has some difficult thoughts, some difficult times behind them or ahead of them or are going through it. But there's some kind of an energy that is very difficult around this child. And you may be called upon to help sever that energy. So there's the Queen of Swords with her sword. You may be calling upon Archangel Michael and helping to protect your child, but it feels as if there's some kind of a negative energy in the vicinity of this child and you trying to protect that child. Okay. This can be the wrong school friends. This can be the wrong circle of friends. This can be family members. This can be where you live, all kinds of things. But the child is also going through a moment of temptation. That's what I'm feeling in this month of August here. So, but it all works out because you guys know the Four of Wands is harmony, it's peace, it's success, it all works out. You're in the right place at the right time, have no fear. But it almost feels as if you or your child or you and your child need to start working on accepting yourself, right? This is a running theme in this month of August, it seems, because your thoughts are very harsh towards you, right? So you're super hard on yourself. And if you have a child, this child may have picked that up from you. It feels as if this month of August is a month where you definitely have opportunities, like real opportunities, but again, you have to be discerning and forgiving. Something needs forgiveness to grow. Something needs forgiveness to grow. If you've been trying to grow something or do something, make a project happen, there's someone in the project or around the project, something around the project that you're trying to grow that you need to forgive. If you're wondering what's blocking the energy and why it's not growing, you need to forgive, 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 forgive yourself, forgive others that were involved, forgive the situation itself, forgive, 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 forgive. That's what I'm hearing. Okay. What else is coming up in August for those that chose number 3, please? What else is coming up in August? Again, the devil. I can't even. Again, the devil. So definitely a time where you're also focused on material success, making it in this world, making something out of yourself. The devil is Capricornian energy, the lord of material success, but it's also temptation, delusion, lies, manipulation, control, right? Something controlling you, you realizing what's controlling you. Four of Coins, stability, the need for security, the Knight of Cups, the desire for love, a secure, stable love. And we've got the Nine of Swords, overthinking things. So I'll leave it at that. But yeah, definitely August is a month where you have the opportunities to cleanse the energy of how you think about yourself, how you talk to yourself, and also helping your little one if you have one. A lot of opportunities coming towards you in the month of August, but you having to be discerning about what is really right for you and what is really going to bring your life forward and the right people for you. Because uh, it seems as if as long as people are nice, you know, you think they belong, but you haven't yet really implemented that you have to be very discerning about who you allow in your circle, and being nice doesn't cut it. It's not enough. Okay. So, yeah, I'll see you on the extended version over on Patreon. And for your personal reading, I'm of course here for you. You'll find links in the description box below this video where you can book your sessions by time, or you can book your session by what you want to focus in on during the session. And you'll find that neatly categorized. You just choose your session, and then like Jeannie, I'll pop up and we can have a fantastic conversation about you, your life, what's going on in it, and how to help you through it. Okay. Take care. Bye. Thanks for watching, you guys. Have a happy, happy August. Bye.